And you are the host.
Perfect. Thanks again.
Thanks,
All
guys. Good
right.
luck.
We've confirmed that we have Linda Baker present, Luke Barber, Don Chapman,
Present.
Sarah Coyle, David Forrest, Howard Hayes,
Present.
Linda Johnstone,
Here.
Josh Lewis, Stephanie McDowell, Sue Orton,
Here.
Cheryl Rose,
Here.
Sarah Schwagel. All right, and our guests, Mark Peoples
Present.
and Amy Ellis.
Present.
Thank you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, it has to be 5 commission. I mean, it has to be commission
7.
members to make the quota. I guess don't make a quorum.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't think we have a quorum.
Yeah, no quorum today. Just the 6. If someone else joins, maybe we can do some things.
Okay, and
Can you ask the question? How many do you need to have to make a quorum again?
7.
7. Okay. Thanks.
What was I going to say? So make note that we could not approve the minutes, and we have to approve them in September unless we get some other people late. So we can't approve the minutes, so I'm gonna move on to my report. The last time we met, we were it was announced that Carol Rodriguez is the new chair of the Older Adult Commission. And Carol and I finally got in touch with each other. We had a nice conversation. She sent me their annual report, which I think is also on the website. And we felt that there was some overlaps with the Older Adult Commission and people with disabilities. She has someone on their commission. I believe he's an architect, and he's very well versed in universal design, according to Carol. So she thought he would be a good contact person as we make progress through developing the UD audience. So I was pleased to be in touch with her. And I think the last time I told you that I reached out to David Forrest. He says he wants to remain as a commission member, but he has trouble with the virtual setup. I tried to tell him that he could come in early and we could work out some troubleshooting, but he has not responded. I have not heard from Sarah Schweiger. I've reached out to her 2 or 3 times and have not heard from him. I'm assuming the minutes are going to go to her, and if she reads them, she knows I'm trying to reach out to her to see if she wants to continue. Tomorrow, June 14th, Sarah and I are going to meet with Lisa Clancy, who is the chair of the Disability Committee of the Council, with the other committee members. I don't know who they are at the moment, to present the annual report. So that would be tomorrow afternoon. So that sums up my report. If you have any questions for me, just the time for it. I don't see any questions. We go on to the ADA coordinator report. I believe Matt has that from Carol. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you again, Linda. And I'm just going to go ahead and read this for the record. Um, so I was provided these notes from Carol. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to forward them on and get a response from her after this meeting. Uh, as a follow-up to the conversation in the May meeting, the commission has 3 vacancies, which includes 2 for individuals with disabilities and 1 for an agency representative. Carol followed up with Jay Nelson regarding the application for Brandon Morris. We have not received his application, but Jay thought maybe he had just completed part of it. Carol provided Brandon with additional instructions and contact information for Jay if he needed additional assistance. Carol attended 3 full days of the virtual annual ADA symposium. She reported, as always, the sessions provided good information, but a full 8-hour day with a virtual format was difficult. The symposium will be held in person next year in Kansas City. As a reminder, the accessibility work in the council chambers will begin on June 29th and is scheduled to be completed on September 5th. The council meetings will be held virtually during this time. It looks like the work will all be completed in-house rather than hiring contractors. And her final note is that the next meeting of the Missouri ADA coordinators will be held on June 22nd, and Carol's planning on attending. She learned from the ADA symposium that Missouri is one of the few states in the nation that has formed a group like this. That concludes Carol's report. If anybody wants a copy of that report, please comment in the chats and I'll be happy to send that to you in the email.
I do have a comment. I know she attended the ADA symposium. If she could just highlight, how do I say this? Highlight certain things that apply, like accessibility or communication, or anything that she thought would be relevant to the commission. I would like to know what she learned, so we could share it among the commission members, just to highlight ones that she felt that will be important to the commission.
I will absolutely make that request for Carol to share that.
Anyone else have questions about the report?
I don't, but I did put a request in the chat, Matt. Take you up on your offer to send a copy. Thank you.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay. So if there's no more questions or comments on the coordinator report, we go into old business. Sue, did you go to the last Older Adult Commission meeting?
Yeah, I did. And piggybacking on what Linda said after her talk with Carol, Dan, Dan is also a member of the Older Adult Commission, and he does an awful lot of architectural building. I think a lot of them are apartments or congregate type housing, not individual homes. But he's very, very knowledgeable, and he would be really great to work with. Also at their meeting, they talked about the feedback. They presented their annual report to the council as a whole and some of the feedback that they got. And it seemed to kind of wrap around the idea that of representation, that there are 2 different districts that are not represented, District 4 and District 6. And so talking about trying to get adequate representation would be their focus. So I think, oh, and then of course I think I sent this to Carol and to Linda. Our St. Louis County Library Association was awarded this wonderful accommodation for the grandpads, and there's very, very rare that you know for anyhow. Christian Source was very, very excited about it. I don't know whether there's any money involved in it, but a lot of publicity, and hopefully that going forward with the grandpads proposal that will help.
Also, Sue, that was a very good report. And I would think that you and Shara could consult with Dan when we start to develop this UD audience. But the other thing is, now it slipped my mind. It was something to do. Oh God.
With the districts?
Um.
Report?
Yeah. So it seems like their commission is based on commission.
There,
I mean, based on
yes,
districts.
yes, it is not the same kind of format representation. They really want representation from all the districts in St. Louis County. And there are two that they just can't seem to get representation on. And so they were talking about how best to go about that.
Do we know what part of the county those two are located in?
I believe one is south, Trackis's, and the other's north, and I'm not sure whose it is.
Okay, so one's south and one's north.
Yeah.
And I live south, but I actually know a parent, but I don't know if she would serve. Well, she would be good for our commission. I don't know whether she could serve on the older adult commission. She has 2 adult children with disabilities.
As long as she meets the age requirement. Oh, I know what else it was. And this was kind of sad. One of the commissioners, Zulima, has been very, very active and very, very supportive of everything that the Older Adult Commission has done. And she, because of health reasons, is going to have to resign. So that's going to fill up a tremendous gap. I'm not good on last names, so that's why. But she's just a very sweet person, and it was really kind of a sad ending to the meeting.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find new blood.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what people are saying. You know, they don't. How do you approach somebody to serve as a volunteer? One of the other things they were talking about is they have a lot of data that they've accumulated about, you know, either the use of the gram pads or where older adults live, and kind of a follow along from the task force that was several years ago. And, you know, to present that data to people in St. Louis County, you know, they have that, this is their comments, that they have the interns and the staff that would be able to filter out this data and be able to present it back to this commission, that the commission should not have to present it to them as a fait accompli, that they should be able to support the commission in developing what the data means.
Now I remember what I forgot. When you were talking about the gram pad,
Yeah.
in the last month's meeting,
Yeah.
under old business,
Yeah.
it says that I mentioned a $30 rebate. I did not do that. Did you do that, Sue Orton?
No.
Well, I don't know where this $30 rebate is. Do you know anything about it?
No. No. The only thing that I know about the grant pads is that they were awarded the funding, but not all of the funding goes for new grant pads. It's also to renew the subscription. Let me read this.
Okay. Matt,
Oh, I know what it was, Linda.
what was it?
I think that there was an announcement someplace in the news that some of the companies are offering a $30 rebate uh, for internet services for people with disabilities or low income. I
Uh,
never followed through on that. Does that ring a bell?
that rings a bell, but see, the Recreation Council, which I serve on their board, talk about that too. So um, I don't think I said that, but
I don't think
Matt,
you either, Linda. I don't think you said it. So that's something that should be. But the idea of the $30 is right.
Well, Matt, could you make note to Carol, even though we did not approve the May's minutes, under old business, second paragraph, maybe Howard said this, but it starts off by saying Howard Hayes states there's a $2 million funding. Then the second sentence it has my name in it. I did not mention any $30 rebate. So I think that sentence, I think Sue, you might have mentioned
I
it.
might have mentioned it since I might have read it, but so you might want to
Yeah.
attribute it to me. I'll take the
So,
blame.
Okay.
excuse me. So the name Linda Baker needs to be deleted and put in Sue Orton.
Sounds good.
To
I will
make it
do that.
simple.
Okay.
Okay. So that it will be ready
Okay, cool.
in September. I want to do it while I'm thinking about it because
Okay, I'm glad you
I
did
just
that.
go on to other stuff. So
I
did
think,
that include your report, Sue?
yeah, I think what I'll try and do is do a little more research on that and see if I can come up with, who those companies are.
Okay, that would be good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder if Best Buy
I
would
I
know.
don't know. I think it was a federal blurb that I read.
Okay, well, if you can find out, that would be great.
I'll look for it.
This is Mark, DHS. The federal government they have a website where you click on it, similar to something for the COVID test, and
Yeah.
you put your zip code and whatnot in there, and then they tell you exactly who the providers are that are providing the rebates or the
Oh, cool.
subsidies for the internet.
Okay, so what is the
What's the website?
yeah.
As y'all go on with the meeting, I'll research it and put it in the chat.
Perfect. Thank
All
you.
right. Mhm.
Thank you, Mark. Now we're moving on to a topic that we worked long and hard on: University Design Task Force update. Sarah?
Okay, so you may remember from the last meeting, we talked, we had some feedback on our ordinance from the Alliance for Inclusive Design people. And they're feeling that their suggestion rather that we pursue, rather than pursue an ordinance, that we pursue property tax rebates or whatever you want to call it, for people who, for buyers who opt for UD features and designs. We did meet with Lisa Clancy. We presented our proposal, what we want. We told her the feedback that we had gotten, and she has asked the legal department to research that issue of property tax rebates, whatever rebates, I guess, reductions. She thinks there might be, some legal issues with the state, but we haven't heard back yet. So I mean, I imagine that takes some time to get that. So we need to wait on that. Also, Amy has been working to try to get the meeting with the Home Builders Association. We thought we had a meeting set up last Thursday, but it didn't work out. So we're going to talk just very briefly at the end of this meeting with her on some possible dates to propose to the home builders and see if we can't get that meeting underway. So that's where we are. We have not made any substantial progress. Well, a little bit. We did meet with Lisa, and she also wants to talk with another person on the council whose name escapes me right now.
Dunway.
Kelly Dunaway, about it, because she knows that Kelly is also very, very supportive of UD. So maybe we'll have something more substantial to hopefully have something way more substantial to report in September.
Okay, yes. I was glad that we were able to talk to Lisa. So hopefully we might get something, hear something, not get something, but hear something tomorrow when Sharon and I meet with the committee and the council. Any questions for Cheryl?
Hi, Linda and Cheryl. This is Brandon. I was wondering if and when you guys get the meeting with the home builders, will it be an in-person meeting or will it be a virtual meeting?
Well, I had suggested it be an in-person meeting because I thought it might be too confusing with the number of people that would be there, between our group and their group, that it would be too many people. It would be hard to, to coordinate it and to make it work.
Mhm.
But there
And
may
this is
be.
Amy jumping in. The
Yeah.
HBA is willing to meet in person, so we're angling for an in-person meeting.
Okay.
And Amy, while you're here, I believe Sue Orton is the one that's the connection for the Board of Realtor building. So maybe you want to connect with her because there was something about you wanted to be in a neutral setting and the Board of Realtor building was suggested. And one time Sue Orton said she could arrange that. Is that right, Sue?
Yes, but I was not, tuned into this specific date. I thought that Amy was handling that date anyhow. But again, if we have an advance notice that we need to have some space, I can inquire with the St. Louis Realtors whether we can have a room. But I need to have a date, or time frame in mind.
Perfect. Thank you, Sue. I knew there was somebody. I just couldn't remember who that person was, but I will remember that next time. By the time we had a date last time from the HBA, it was too late to pull everybody on the task force together and reserve an in-person spot.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
going to try again, but I'm glad,
Well,
Sue, you will be hearing from me.
And Amy, do you have Sue Orton's email?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yeah. So
piggyback what Cheryl said, the other reason for doing a face-to-face in person is that we would like the Home Builders Association to see paperwork of what we've done, and have something in their hands to know what kind of progress we've made, maybe the difference between what the resolution currently is and what we're doing for an ordinance. Just a general feedback. You can get a lot more on a face-to-face than you can over the WebEx or Zoom.
and I would like to attend that meeting, but go ahead and do what you can, Sue and Amy, because I'm gonna be gone 10 days. That you may have the meeting during that time. So proceed with it because it's important to make some progress. But if you can wait to July, that's great because we're not meeting with the commission till September.
Right. Well, yeah, everybody has vacations and things like that to work in.
That's why we'll talk at the end because,
Yeah.
we've got a lot to talk.
Yes. Okay. Any other comments, questions for Cheryl or the Universal Design Task Force?
If perhaps when you guys are considering the dates or the day of the week, I would be happy to attend if it's on a Friday where I can, be a individual who is utilizing a power wheelchair who can give real testimony as to the importance to it. So if a Friday can be carved out, to maybe make the meeting happen, I will be happy. Although I'm still just a visitor, I will be happy to participate if it's helpful.
Thank you, Brandon. And it's really important that you talk to Jay so we can finish up your application so you can be a voting member. So I'm going to push that. Okay, moving on to any new business.
Linda, I have something still under old business,
Oh, which is, go
which is
ahead.
the taxi commission. The taxi commission has never gotten in touch with Brian Cho, who is the person that we recommended to them. I know Carol has emailed the head of that commission at least twice. And I'm wondering if we should do something more like a letter or a phone call directly from us or something. Because, you know, he's willing to serve. He'd be a great person for that. We really need it. I mean, I'm taking my son to Chicago next week, and I mean, they have all kind of taxi services available there. We have nothing here.
Okay. Good timing here. So my thought is, Matt, if you can make note that Carol and is Brian Shaw can be in this email to expedite him fulfilling whatever protocols need to be happen for him to fill that vacancy. And do you think Brian would could talk about service in Chicago and what we could do
Well,
here in St. Louis?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think this should fall on Carol because she's already sent 2 emails. We have to escalate this up higher.
Okay, let me revise that. I need to know how I, as the chair, can get a hold of whoever's the chair of the taxi commission, and I will reach out and tell him there is a candidate, but I need Brian's information. So,
Okay, well, I will email you Brian's information.
Okay, so Matt, going back to Matt, if he can relay to Carol that I need to know who this commission is, and how best to reach them. You know, whether it's I need to pick up the phone and talk to him, or write a letter, or email. I will always CC Carol so she knows the communication.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. Any other old business? I don't see or hear none, so I'm moving on to new business. Any new business?
Chairwoman Lynn,
So what
Chairwoman
did?
Maker, this is Mark. I
Yeah.
don't have new business, but I've put that link in the chat.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's in the chat. It's like www.whitehouse.gov/get-internet.
Okay.
And you go on there, and then it can walk you through the process.
Thank you, Bob. Okay. Before I adjourn, you notice in the agenda it says the next meeting is September 12th. I would like to know if September 12th at 1 o'clock works for the commission members. Now, I know we don't have a quorum, but I would like to finish up 22 on 1 o'clock time. But come January, I like to hear from the commission members if they want to change the timing, if that makes a difference in the attendance. So so just keep that in mind. If 1 o'clock second Mondays don't work for you, please let Kara and I know. And please give us a suggestion. Don't just say it doesn't work. Tell me what will work for you. I want to, solve this. Okay. Any other business before I adjourn?
The only thing I want to mention that Carol provided to me is that the next meeting in September, there's a location with it. I guess it's going to be in person. She said the plan is to do this meeting in person with the option for people to join virtually. We meet at the Department of Transportation building at 1050 North Lindbergh in Creve Coeur. This was our pre-pandemic meeting place, so most of the group is familiar with that location. But there will also be the opportunity for virtual as well.
Yes, we were agreed to do hybrid for people that have transportation issues. So anyway, we'll see you. I'm getting ready to adjourn. We'll see you September 12th at 1 o'clock. Meanwhile, enjoy your summer, but keep cool. And Brandon, just one last word. If you have any problems, reach out to Kara and I.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And Linda,
Thank you.
Sue, and Amy, we need to stay on a minute.
Should I stay on?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take
All
care,
right.
everyone. Stay safe.
Okay.
Have a good summer. Thank you.
Thank you all. I'm going to excuse myself and make Linda the host. Is Linda staying on?
Linda's on.
Okay. Let me make you the host. So that way when I leave, it doesn't change.
I saw Sarah Coyle. Did that make us have a quorum?
Well, too late now.
Yeah.
Not, it's too late now.
Yeah.
I'm going to reach out. Okay.
I think we're
ready.
good to go. Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
Nice to meet you all too.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, in terms of dates, I'm out of pocket for this week and next week myself. So we're gonna let's look at after the 4th. I'm gonna quickly go get my calendar, which I should have brought right back.
Yeah, I think we were rushing because we were trying to get that meeting in before today's meeting.
Right.
But now that we don't have another meeting until September, that gives us a little more flexibility in terms of finding a date that works.
And I don't know how long I'm going to be doing therapy, but I know I have something on the 5th of July. So maybe towards the end of that week, like the 7th or the 8th, and then the following week is at the earliest.
So I've got stuff going on that whole first week of July. I'm not going anyplace, but I got things going on.
Or do we just want to look at the week from the 11th to the 15th?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm free every Thursday in July. If we want to try to stick with Thursdays,
I'm fine with that.
All right, we can shoot for the 14th of July, and maybe
we need to give them several dates.
Yeah.
I was just going to say that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Do we want to stick with Thursday, like 14, 21, 28?
Are there other days, Cheryl, that are good?
Well, Mondays, except for the 25th, I've got other little stuff in between. Thursdays and Fridays are clear on my calendar.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Okay. I'm usually available on Thursday and Friday, except for the 15th of July.
So
But
Amy,
that doesn't mean I can, if the 15th of July, if we can meet in the morning, I'll be available.
Yeah, I can't meet the afternoon of the 28th.
you cannot meet on the 28th?
The 28th, yeah, in the evening, early evening.
You mean, so the afternoon?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Okay. So Amy, are you
Yep.
still here?
I am, yeah.
Okay, so you want to propose the 14th, 21st, or 28th in the afternoon, or what were
Early afternoon.
early afternoon? And
Yeah, I think we were looking at
1 o'clock.
I'll say early afternoon, but like the last week, we had narrowed it down to 1 p.m., but
Right.
it was too late to make it actually happen when we got to that point. So I think a 1 p.m. would probably work for them.
And then what Fridays are we available? Who had, not the
I'm-
15th?
The 15th, the 15th, I wouldn't be available in the afternoon. I'd
Okay.
be available
So
in the morning.
The
But
22nd, are you available on the 29th?
Yes,
What
I'm
about
available any Thursday and Friday in July, except some twist and turn. To make, for Amy's purpose, is to say any Thursday or Friday at 1 o'clock, except for the 15th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and as soon as you get some sort of confirmation, then I would feel comfortable contacting SLAR.
Okay. I told the my contact that I would be emailing her this afternoon after we met. So I'm going to shoot those dates to her right now. It usually, I mean, obviously, as you can tell, it usually takes a while to get any wrangling done on her part because she's trying to juggle multiple people's schedules on her end.
Amy,
but as soon as- yeah,
do you know how many people she's looking to come?
I think it's about 5
Okay.
that have different areas of expertise within universal design.
Okay.
And Susan, I wonder if we should invite Dan to this meeting. He's not a member of our commission, but he's a member of the older adult commission. What's your thought about that, Sharon, Sue?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know him.
I mean, I know him. He's very articulate. He knows his stuff. Been an architect for a long time. I don't know whether this particular meeting would be
Why
appropriate.
don't we, why don't we just forget about that?
Pete Utrecht from Compass Designs, who's on the Alliance, who does build, he built that UD home that we went and looked at. I mean, he
Yeah.
was one of the people. No, it wasn't him. I'm sorry. But he had offered to come to the meeting, and we can decide maybe when we get.
Jim.
Not
Is
Jim.
that- Oh, Jim.
No, not Jim. This is Pete Utrecht.
Right.
He is
I
a
don't know
builder.
Pete.
He's a builder.
Okay.
Um,
Was Pete the guy that was staying next to Jim in that evening that we went to look at that house?
I don't remember, Linda.
Okay.
But
I
he
thought-
he builds upscale UD homes, custom UD. He offered to come. I don't know whether we want him or not. We can maybe decide once we get a date. But
I just want to make sure we know what we're talking about.
Right. But I don't think an architect would be as helpful as a builder. But maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe we should invite Pete, because if he's a builder, he knows everything what the home builder people are doing.
Yeah. The thing is that Sue and I talked about, when we thought we were going to have the meeting on Thursday, Sue and I talked a little bit about the agenda, and we decided that it's it's better to emphasize not disability, not accessibility, to emphasize universal design and the wide applicability. And that's why I'm not sure, like when Brandon brought that up, I don't, you know, we don't want to really, I don't know. We really want to talk about the wider application.
Right. I think that if we want to move forward with this universal design ordinance, it's got to be something that can be universally acceptable. And a builder or a contractor really wants to know a bottom line money wise. So, what's the benefit to a home builder to use universal design? That's what they really want to hear. You know, they think it's too expensive. They think that they have to redesign the world in order to put it in.
And that's why we need to say what we discover in our research.
Right.
That, and again, we're not saying, like you had mentioned, Sue, one time, give it as an option, as a package deal.
Yeah.
This is what a UD design home is like. Here are the features, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And versus features in the ABC home, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think
So
we
when
need to think broadly, and that was why I was thinking we need to think broadly. It's not just the disability or the, and we are a agent in place. That seems to be real popular.
And once we get a date, I was started to work on an outline, so I'll continue to work on that and get it to everybody, and then maybe we can talk about the approach that we want to take and exactly how we want to present things to them.
Yeah. And when you work on that outline, maybe Sue and I and you can meet in an even through Zoom. We don't have to do this WebEx thing. The three of us could just meet on Zoom one even to make sure we all on the same wavelength.
Right.
Right. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we, Cheryl and Sue and I will meet sometime when I get back from Florida.
Okay.
Just keep me. I am going to check my emails wherever I am, so you can send it to me anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait to hear from Amy, and I'll keep working on my thing, and we'll see where we go.
Yep.
And thank you, Amy, for helping to set this up.
You're welcome. Yep.
All right.
I'll let you know as soon as I hear.
Everyone.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Keep cool.